Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and I'm breaking a sweat. Thank goodness the computer fan has kicked in, although I think it's trying to keep the CPU inside the computer that's driving this live stream from sweating. I don't think CPUs sweat, do they? Do CPUs sweat? Is that why they have fans? I know I've got fans. Thank you for tuning in, all my fans who tuned in to the live broadcast of a Pixel 2 XL review after using it for a week. Although I have to mention that the software that I use stomped the title, so everything went out TLDR. I know we could have had a lot more viewers if it had been the official title. Thank you for trying to stay on the topic. Some people were like going way wildly off the topic, and I was trying to keep everything concentrated on the Pixel 2 XL. This is a chance for you to go off topic. TLDR is a chance for you to set the topics. The video that I'm talking about, like that I did today at youtube.com/Chris Pirillo about the Pixel 2 XL and the 1 week review, was supposed to be just about that. Period. I know I kind of have to explain the ground rules every day. But that's okay. Most of you are paying attention. I appreciate that. TLDR is a chance for you to set the topic. It's an AMA every day, Q&A with you and me. Ask me whatever. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer whatever. No, don't worry about it, Zach. It's okay. It's just, you know how I have the propensity for getting off topic. So, but you have this Discord chat. I do, which is great. It's nice to have this back channel. You can join Discord chat if you want. Either head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo or patreon.com/Chris Pirillo. Become a patron and or a sub, and you'll get access to Discord. And then you could throw me off topic if there is a topic to be thrown off of today. And I don't know if there is. I've poured my heart out about the Pixel 2 XL, and I'm not even sure if it's going to land anywhere. Was that an okay review? For the people who saw it, was that okay for a review? I talked through the things that I liked and that I didn't like. Answered questions, generally said that these are the things that I'm willing to put up with. These are the things that I'm not. I mean, I feel that was a review. A long and winding review. Was it perfect? Thank you, Ben Rees. I appreciate that. At least one person thought it was perfect. At least one of you guys liked me. Oh, man. I don't know why I was getting so hot. I was getting so worked up. I was getting verklempt. E-Tron says, I missed the last stream. Are you keeping both the 2 and the XL? I don't know. That's still the answer. I don't know. Because it's going to take, I don't know. I just feel that the more Diana talks, she's just so cautious. I need her to edit video on the new device. So I need to get Power Director, I feel. Because I think that's the only way to effectively make it possible for her to do it. But she'd have to get all the video over to it. I don't know, dude. She wants to use both devices, and I don't think that's a very wise move, because ultimately then you've got your foot in one camp and then not in the other. At least I'll leave my iPhone laying around. I won't touch it, generally speaking. Apart from knowing that I may need to record video. And it's honestly right now, as I mentioned in the other video quality on the default app is not that great for the aforementioned reasons in that video that I just shot live in the other YouTube channel. Yeah, let's see here. I think it was Power Director. I want to say that's what it was. Power Director. Power. There's so many apps out there. Ew, that icon is horrific. Man, that is a nasty icon. Really, I hate when app developers do this. Install. How much does it cost? That's my question. Because, it was recently updated. I don't think Diana should feel pressure to switch. No, I don't disagree, but what are we going to do? Because we got y'all funded the device for Diana. What am I going to do with that? Mac Mini getting a refresh after 3 years. Any value left? It is? It's getting a refresh? Cool. I suppose if you need a Mac Mini, I could probably use a Mac Mini over here. Instead of the iMac, it's probably overkill in terms of what I use it for. Digital purchases, editor's choice. See, I wish they would tell you. They don't exactly tell you in the app. It says 99 cents to $6 per item. I've used their software before, certainly. But if it works, and it works well, probably better on a larger screen device. But man, really, did that have to be the icon? Ugh. Yuck. Yucko. God, what a disgusting icon. I don't know if I want that on my device. That's so nasty. Really? Okay, there's an ad. Time left. Oh, you get 24 hours to try it? Project name. Oh, this is pretty stupid. Alright, let's do this. Open camera. That's kind of interesting. Okay, play. Drag content and timeline to edit. Use pinch to gesture. Produce video. Access options. Okay, I loaded the... Where's the video? I loaded the video now. Where is it? Oh, it's got the stupid... Upgrade to full version. Remove watermarks. Ugh. God, this is a nasty user interface. Diana may not mind it, but dude, that is so ass nasty. Ow, that's nasty. Yeah, let me put it this way. I would use this for like 5 minutes and then go, delete. Nope. Let me go ahead and nuke this puppy. Oh God, that was so nasty. That's the delta for me, honestly, in trying apps. That's what I do. I like try it for like, a minute. Videotron, try Videotron. Okay. Can I have the link to Diana's Pixel Fund? Yes, she'll give it. I'd love to see a Pixelbook versus iPad Pro. You'll get one of those. It'll probably be live again. I just like doing live videos because then I'm done with them, and everything's fine. And I sounded, I did it live, and we just did what we did. Videotron. Let me try video. Are you making that up, or is that really an app? Because I'm never gonna try that one again. Oof. Yikes. Okay, Videotron. Oops. Because I gotta find one for Diana. That's the thing. I'm willing to spend money on an app that's not nasty. Free. Videotron free. Unrated. Oh, ugh. No, this can't be it. I think you're just making up a word or something. Because that ain't it. Oh. It's an ISP in Canada. That would be why I couldn't find Videotron in the Google App Store. Funny. Y'all are funny. Etron asks, do you plan on streaming? This is in Twitch, or by way of Twitch in Discord. Streaming any games like maybe Battlefront 2 on Twitch in the near future. I've mentioned this before, but if I do stream Battlefront, it would likely be in the Star Wars Radar YouTube channel. Probably not Twitch. I know you'd think, wait a minute, Twitch is amazeballs for gaming. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I think I like the way that YouTube does super chats a little more. Just a little more. Rodrigo Contreras asks, how about Adobe Premiere Clip? Is that... let me try that one. Adobe Premiere Clip. Because Premiere is like overkill, like big time. Premiere Clip. Oh, God, I can't type. I wasn't even close. Adobe Premiere Clip. Clip Premiere. Premiere Clip. Which one is it? Create, edit, and share videos on your mobile device. Oh. This is clean. Do you need a subscription to unlock it? Because I don't have I'm not going to get an Adobe subscription for this. This is pretty nice. Powered by Creative Sync. Oh, yeah. That sucks. It says free video editor, though, so maybe... Alright, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at it. I like the icon. I trust Adobe. We'll see. Maybe Diana will like it if I show her like tips and tricks around it. Thank you for the recommendation. I'll give it a shot. I think it just supports Adobe's Cloud. Well, hopefully. Etron asks, favorite feature of the Pixel 2 XL so far? Why couldn't you have been there for the other video? That's a perfect question to ask. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. The favorite feature? Feature? Oh, the Pixel 2 XL? I guess, I mean, it sounds stupid, but being able to double tap the power button to launch the camera. And you can even remap it to your any other camera app that you have, which Open Camera is the secondary camera app that I have. And I like it because I have used it. Like if I've known for years, to open the camera, all you need to do is turn it on and swipe over. Hang on. Oh, I didn't mean to clear the notification. I'm trying to, there we go. Yay! I finally did it! Versus Bickety Bam. Look at that. It's the camera app. Done. I'm serious, man. It's just, it's fiddling that ultimately drives me away from using a particular feature. So it's not that the feature didn't exist to, you know, swipe up and pull this up and then the camera app. It's just that you gotta pull up the screen, swipe it up, go for the camera app, and swipe, pick it up, swipe it over, and maybe you miss swipe and it doesn't work versus... Look at that. It's the camera app. Done. Just saying. Double twist to switch cameras as well. Yeah, I've tried the double twist thing, and I'm like, I'll just press the button. Like, I'm not that lazy. Like, I don't want to press the button. Wait, it didn't shake right. Let me shake it again. Oh, God, I'm going to get a sprained wrist just from turning the selfie camera. God, forget this. I'm done. Pez Liz asks also, what do you hand out? We don't know. I think we have some stickers. We're that neighbor. We don't believe in handing out candy. How do you trick or treat with Jedi as vegans? We do. I mean, we were at a trampoline place today, and they had, like, you know, suckers, you know, and she ate them. They were vegan, though, admittedly, just a lot of sugar. But they had, like, goldfish, you know, those crackers, goldfish. Those are not vegan. We gave them to her. Like, what are we going to say? No? You know, if we have a chance to avoid that stuff, absolutely, you know, we will. But it's generally not a big deal. Zach Berjawi, raised awake, swipe, ta-da! Yeah, raised awake, swipe. No, it doesn't work on the Pixel 2 XL. I'm just telling you, I know the feature's there on iOS. I know it is. But I just never used it. Because it was always so fickle. Just like Siri. I know it's there. I know Siri's there. And when I want a pain in the ass, I'll use it. I know it's there. Just because it's there doesn't mean doesn't mean that it's as useful as you would hope it to be. Mark Gibb asks, have you tried the 4K 60 mode on the iPhone? Didn't I? I did. And ultimately, YouTube didn't know what to do with it. YouTube was like, I don't know. I don't know what this is. This HEIF, whatever the hell. No, so it's there. I did it. But honestly, I get it. I understand. It's wow, nice, pretty cool. But I don't know. I'm right now. Most of the videos that I want to shoot are fine in 1080p. Right now, that may very well change, and probably will. Flavius Juliana says, I just admire iPhone's simplicity of design and design for its use. Well, then you must think the iPhone 10 is a nightmare if you're talking about simplicity of design and design for its use. Oh, man, come on. Someone else say something. Thank you. That would just drive me nuts. Because I can't get rid of the hovery part. I can make the cursor invisible, but it's still kind of there. What? Okay, that's weird. It's really sad that Siri actually in many ways got worse and slower in general since its original release in iOS 5. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I don't know how anybody could think otherwise. I see so many Siri apologists, though, in my feeds. Like, as soon as I, like, take a screenshot, I'm like, look at this is so funny. And people are like, well, it worked for me. Okay, well, didn't work for me, and that's the point. You will need the 4K 60 frame per second once Jedi starts running faster. Haha. Yeah, possibly. I will tell you that in recording the 60 frame per second video, the 1080p in the camera app, and this may change with the new Pixel image processing, whatever the heck, the chip thing in the Pixel 2. Like, it seemed, it was smooth, 60 frames per second, but it seemed that sometimes Jedi would jump. Like, it wasn't a clean 60 frame per second animation. And I don't know how else to kind of verbalize it. But, you know, if it's still around after the pending patches are released, that's something that I would say, like, you know, as I'm recording video, it just doesn't seem that it's smooth 60 frames per second. It records 60 frames per second, but during the capture, it seems to be dropping frames. I don't know. I don't know why. But it's to me, it's not a deal breaker. It's just kind of like, well, that's interesting. Why isn't it doing the thing it should be doing, running at 60 frames per second? We'll see. I don't know where I would effectively get that addressed past this current lobby of fixes, because I'd say 60 frames per second, and people would be inclined to say, "Oh well, it must be you." I'm like, no, I know what I see, but I can't capture that. I see that it's just not able to catch up in terms of how it processes things. But we'll see if that's changed with the new the chip that they'll enable in Android 8.1. Siri, here's what I found on the web. Yeah, that's basically your Siri response. Tonach says, just so you know, in my experience, the return policy at Google is 14 or 15 days to initiate, then 14 days to ship back. May want to verify, but may get Diana a little extra time. Oh, fair enough. Well, that time is going to come soon. Very soon. Very, very soon. But I'm going to try that Adobe. I'm going to try that Adobe software and see if it works for her outright. Although she hasn't recorded a lot of videos on the phone. I want her to record a few videos with Jedi to effectively use them. Hang on just a second. We got a GIF. We got an animated GIF of Chris. Yay! Someone can use an iPhone. Look at that. It's amazing. Sorry, Zach. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not. I can do it too. Look, watch. Pick it up. Okay, let me try it again. Hang on. I'll do it. I will do it. Pick it up. Swipe over. Look at that. See, I did it. I can do it. That's not the point. The point is, I don't find that more convenient than as I'm picking up the device, double tapping and being ready when I pick it up. You see what I'm saying? I pick it up, double tap, boom, done. It's there. That's faster. I bet you anything, Zach. I bet you this. I bet you if we were sitting side by side, and like you needed to get to it. I mean, you can't really double tap to wake. You can press the button to wake it up, but see, you just woke it up. So then you got to find your camera app. So you can raise it and pick it. I'm just saying, babe. Boom, boom. One fell swoop, like that. I'm telling you, it just comes down to it. I'm not saying that it's less convenient. I'm just saying, someone asked what feature. I'm like, I like it. I like it a lot. I never used the swipe feature just because I found it caused more problems than it actually solved. I'm just saying. Because I'm not trying to take away anybody else's experience. I ain't saying it's useful to you. I'm not. Some people think that. Some people say, well, but my experience, I'm like, I get it. You're going to have a different experience, man. I get it. But I'm telling you, I just, boom. It's faster to have a double tap. Well, a double tap, like double tap. Like, wait. See, yeah, sometimes the phone doesn't do that. I should be able to pick it up and double tap, and then it should wake up. But you saw me double tap it first, and it didn't register the double taps. This is, I think this is an issue they may need to look at, but it's been indicative throughout the rest of the operating system as well. They may be looking at that in terms of a potential fix. Someone asked, what green tea do I use? I don't know. I just get it at the store. It's got it's got sencha leaf and matcha. So it's a mix between the two, and I like it. It's what I sip throughout the day. I went and canceled my iPhone 10 pre-order. The chat assistant was shocked. Like, oh my god, why? Yeah, why? Why would you cancel your pre-order, dude? If you made it all the way to a pre-order? That's crazy. Vicky Gillen asks, do you think the Apple keyboard for the iPad Pro 10.5 is worth it? Seriously considering. Yeah, I do. I like it. It's not perfect, but like it's good. I mean, it's one of the better keyboards that I've used on a tablet. Yeah. I don't mind it at all. When I likely ultimately sell it, I'd like to try to sell both of these things because I don't want to just have a keyboard around because I need the iPad in order to use the keyboard, which is kind of sad. But I'm not going to hold on to the iPad if I find the Pixelbook is better. See, as much as I'm not inclined to do the whole, okay, I'm going to move from iPhone to Android immediately. I'd be more inclined to do that for the Pixelbook, iPad to Pixelbook, because this is not necessarily a daily driver. It's something that I use, certainly. But in terms of like mission critical stuff, maybe not so much. So, just the thing. Do you miss daily vlogging? I loved every day that you shared Ask e-tron. Not really. I mean, I do in the sense that, maybe we'd capture a moment with Jedi, but I'm doing my best. Like yesterday, I recorded like 3 video clips for geekfamilyfun.com. Just brief things, fun things. Recorded on the iPhone. I recorded one thing on the Pixel because I wanted to test the mic, and the other videos I recorded on the iPhone 8 Plus. So that was one reason to have the iPhone 8 Plus on me, because they haven't fixed that problem yet. Liz reminds us to tease go.tagjag.com/free points. And that's a place where you can get your free apps. You can download apps, sponsored apps, and you earn gift cards. I'm telling you, you get free apps. It's how I get my apps. I don't pay for the apps. I don't cheat either. Where'd Zach go? Wait, hang on. Is Zach doing... I bet you I know... Zach's doing a speed test. That's what he's doing. Zach's got a stopwatch. Oh, he's still there. I figured you'd be... Ready? Ready? Steady? Draw. Boom. Got it. Done. There we go. See? It was there. By the time I had it up here, it was done. Ready? On your mark. Okay, ready? Here we go. It's sitting there. You get... The object is to get the camera up first. Ready? On your mark. Get set. Go. Just like that. Bicky bam! Oh, wait. The port's down here. Oh, God. You know, if we weren't talking about this, we would all be doing other things right now. I'm just being honest with you. Mark Foreman asks, Chris, can you connect HDMI to USB-C cable and screen mirror on the Pixelbook? I have no clue. I don't. I genuinely don't know. If anything, I think you can Chromecast your screen, or what is it? Screencast to a Chromecast or something. I think you can do it wirelessly. It's been years though since I used a Chromecast. Zach mentions, I'd much rather double-click to pay with Apple Pay when I'm at a store. Oh, yeah. As it seems a more likely way to annoy me than go through a menu of swipes to get to. Honestly, I guess maybe I turned off that feature. I've never done that. I've never double-tapped the power button to get to... See, I think I have that feature turned off. I've never done that. Although it does make sense. I don't use Apple Pay as much as maybe other people do, but I'm just as inclined to, open the screen, then go to Wallet, and then, do my thing in there and have a little more fine-grained control. I guess it's not as big of a deal for me because I don't use it as much. Versus the camera, which I think, take a picture. So I just want to know that I can just get into that camera and get on, like ready to go. Boom! You don't want to miss that moment. And I've had too many miss swipes. I don't count on swipes a lot. I don't count on like for example, like I want to open an assistant. I mean, if I exit, I know I can squeeze it and pull it up. But I don't count on that gesture. Like if I know I want to open Google, like I know I can just double tap because I have it mapped to launch Google from my home screen in Action Launcher. It's just a matter of what you need and what your use case is. I wish you could remap it. I can tell you that much right now. Outright. Home button. What about the home button? 2 clicks and hold it up. What? What home button? I don't know. I never use the Apple Watch to pay for anything. The only thing I liked on the Apple Watch is being able to unlock a computer. That was it. That was it. And beyond that, I'm like, oh, look, it tells the time. I have not worn my Apple Watch in weeks. I don't even... Can you sell Apple Watches? Is there an easy way to sell them? Because Diana doesn't use hers anymore. I barely use mine. I think I'm over the whole wearables, watchables thing outright. Yeah, it's kind of... Swappa. People have mentioned Swappa. Is that a thing? What's Swappa? I've never heard of it, but I've heard now... You're not the only person to recommend Swappa. What is it? I don't know about eBaying, though. eBaying's... Device selling site. Typically low fees. Oh, okay, cool. Wow. Swappa. Okay. I'm gonna write down Swappa. Let's see. Remind me at 7 p.m. to look up Swappa for selling devices. So, reminds me. Yep, that's fine. Cool. Oh, I'm not talking. Yeah, look up Swappa for selling devices. And it even spelled it correctly. Swappa. Remind me at 7 p.m. to look up Swappa for selling devices. Close. It says Swapper. It didn't get Swappa. Yeah, delete that. Yeah, look it up. I'll give it a shot. I have no problem with that. Just wipe this stuff. Will they buy the iPad keyboard? Because that's the thing, is I know I can sell the iPad, but it's the question of the iPad keyboard. I don't know if I'd be inclined to sell it, to someone that I knew outright, or someone in the community outright. Sell it as YouTube celebrity Chris Pirillo's Apple Watch. Yeah, right. It's like eBay, but it's a better experience. Okay, I'll give it a shot. I'm all for that kind of thing. I see people selling Apple Watches on Facebook and offer up all the time. Yeah, I don't know if I want to meet with anybody in real life over a high value device. It's a great way to get hurt. Nope. Someone has to buy it. Yeah, no doubt. Someone better buy it. So I don't want to hold on to these devices. Kind of went off on a tear in the other channel. Remember when I was someone who said love? I don't love these things. I tolerate them. That's what I do. I tolerate these devices. I put up with them. So a lot of people are giving a huge shout out, I guess, if you call it, a big ringing endorsement to Swappa. And I've only heard about this once or twice. So this is really nice to hear about. Thank you very, very much for making the recommendation. I like those kind of recommendations, honestly. The community-driven recommendations, whether it's for apps or services or whatever. That's smart. Zach Rajawi says, it better be a Star Wars chapstick. It is not chapstick. And it's obviously not Star Wars. It's not a lip smacker. I wish they made lip smackers like this. I have those lip smackers downstairs because we keep them by the door because Jedi will sometimes ask for them. Like, I want the R2-D2, and then we'll use the R2-D2. No, this is something else. Honestly, the lip smackers I don't like as much as I like these for just regular old lip balm. These work fantastically better. E-Tron asks, did you think smartphones would be as prevalent in today's world when they first were released? I knew inevitably, the modern computing paradigm would shift. I didn't know which direction or how, or certainly how soon. But, I'm happy that the smartphone delivered on a promise that, at the inception of the smartphone, I didn't necessarily see. In terms of the way a PC was supposed to do everything. A Windows PC could do everything, right? Or a Mac, right? Could do everything. But ultimately, these were just catastrophes. And in fact, in many ways, PCs and these traditional computing systems are still catastrophes. Just like these smartphone devices are catastrophes. And I know that this is far more of a friendly experience for computing experience and needs than this. The traditional desktop computer, I think, is taking a major backseat. And as well it should. It's clunky. Many of them are junky, relatively overpriced, sometimes difficult to use. Really on, I'm not going to say their last legs, but, on the last leg of their journey, possibly, in terms of their role in our lives. Someone asks, hey, Chris, I need to replace my home computer. I'm like, well, what do you do? Oh, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, well, then you're probably just as well suited. Why do you need a computer? Well, I need this. I'm like, are you sure you need that? Do you need that? How much money do you want to spend on it? How much problems do you want to have with it? And there's no right answer. There's no true answer to that question because it's going to be relative. It's going to be different for one person than it will be for another. Someone asks on YouTube, Chris, what does it tell you about Google's aim on future software given the preview that the Pixelbook can be unlocked with the Pixel's fingerprint and auto-tethering with the Pixels as well? It's smart. The integration, it's a very Apple thing to do. In fact, there's been seen in the code like an SMS type of mirroring between a Pixelbook and, let's say, an Android device. Although for SMS, I'm just as inclined in making this leap. I'm just as inclined to use a third-party client that's cross-platform for SMS. I don't know what that's going to be yet. I don't have an answer to that question, but very much interested in trying. It'll be nerve-wracking for me. This is a pretty big deal. Anybody making a Switch is a big deal. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent Switch. It may be, because tomorrow is going to be the iPhone 8 versus the Pixel XL2 or 2XL. Maybe Tuesday is the day I'm like, I'm going to try switching from iOS to Android. And it may be the Pixelbook that ultimately seals the deal. In fact, let me see where my Pixelbook is. I use the Aftership app. I'm going to have a very busy beginning of the week. I can tell you my Bistan and Scarif Trooper are arriving on Wednesday. So excited for that. I've been waiting for the Bistan figure ever since I heard about it. Oh, I'm more excited about that than I think anything else this week. iPod Touch on 2G on iOS 4 and it has jank and frame drops. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's an old piece of hardware. Old. I think desktops will stick around. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my green tea there. Ben Rees on Discord chat. I think desktops will stick around somewhat, but laptops are near enough finished. See, I think the opposite. I'm just as inclined to go with a laptop or like a Pixelbook type of experience than I am a desktop. The only exception to that rule may be gaming. And you can't even say PC gaming anymore because NVIDIA, I guess, is doing a beta test of some kind of service where you can play PC games in super high quality on your Mac. Have you seen this? Have you heard of this? I'm like, what? Are you serious? And they just like stream it. They basically do like a video streaming. You play. They must have like reduced lag and latency by an insane degree to get that, which is rather kind of shocking. That's pretty amazing, because that's the thing that I think most people put up with Windows for is specifically gaming. XNix26, thank you XNick for joining a Discord chat courtesy of Twitch. Says, yeah, it's pretty cool, but that service is costly. Yeah, but come on. You can't just sit there and say it's costly. You gamers, you spend an arm and a leg to get the latest video card or the latest, the screen, or the latest mouse, or the latest keyboard, or the latest. So don't even get me that it's pricey. You already, everything you do is overpriced. By the way, pricey is relative. Scroll up. Why I gotta scroll up? Yes? Chris, how do you conduct your backups? That's your backups? Those are your backups? Wait a minute, what are those? I don't know what those are. Alki? I don't even know what these... What are those... What am I looking at? I don't know what those are. Oh, 5 terabyte drives? Wow. I didn't realize that up to 5 terabytes. I believe in redundancy. That's my plan. If I had a plan, it's redundancy. I try to make it such that, any device, that I have, I can just pick it up and put it down and be good. And I don't go overboard with a lot of that, configuration either. They make 10 terabyte hard drives now, says Speeding Cheetah. Wow. I haven't touched hard drives in ages, though. I've got a couple of them for backup, yeah. But I'm all SSD. If it's not SSD, I can't do it. Someone on YouTube says, I have a low-tier $200 Chromebook. I find it incredibly responsive considering its price. A powerful Pixelbook with a nicely sized screen would be amazing for productivity. That's what I see, at a distance. In my experience with the Chromebook was bad as well. Good, but it was a bad Chromebook in the sense that it was definitely underpowered. You could tell. Like, it was just like, this is not a fantastic piece of software. But I used that Chromebook like you wouldn't believe. And it was good. It was solid. And it sucked for the time. I mean, for the time being, like, in its, compared to its contemporaries. But yeah, I think that the Chrome OS is potentially coming into its own. It's certainly captivated the education market. That's for sure. SanDisk just came out with a 1 terabyte micro SD card. Really? Well, I'll just insert that micro SD card into my Pixel 2 XL. Oh, wait, I can't. Oh, wait, I would probably never do that. Sorry, not to take away that value from so many people. So many people, but you can't swap the battery. You can't do this. You can't do that. Dude, I can't make flan with my Pixel 2 XL. Doesn't mean it's a horrible device. You see how I just keep flopping it around? I'm just like, I'm horrible with my slab of glass and metal. Cloud storage really is the future, says Drunken Old Man. Yeah, I don't disagree. It's a question of cost, and it's a question of flow. And I don't know if I have an answer to both of those questions. I certainly wish it was faster. I certainly wish it was more affordable. That's something that I hope would happen if there was a trend in 2019, is it would be in seeing that a lot of these prices for common services would actually start decreasing rather than staying the same or increasing. It always excites me when, I'm paying a bill and I find out that I could save 30% on it just by doing something different. It's great. It's awesome. Dave is B asks Liz if he upset her, or is she just busy? Yeah, we're doing TLDR, dude. I don't think you upset her. Liz doesn't upset easily. Liz is kind of like me. I mean, she's like me. She's probably like Diana's described her as like my sister. I treat her like my sister, and I don't have a sister. Liz is probably the closest thing I have, which explains all the abuse that she puts up with. Yeah, don't buy Chris's devices, huh? Yeah, don't. Like, you don't want my devices. No, I actually take care of my devices. back in the college days, when I was upgrading from cassette tape to CDs, you could take your cassette tapes into a store and they take a few bucks for them, and then you could use that money towards new CDs. And I always took care of my cassette tapes, and they were always so amazed. Like, how did you keep these cassette tapes in such good shape? I'm like, I take care of my things. I do. I mean, but there's no. I mean, it's just it's the case. It's not like I'm going, wham, like slamming things around like that. That would be different. That's not how I treat my devices. As much as I tolerate them, I don't abuse my devices that way. Maybe with software I abuse my devices. Maybe. Sundeep asks, Chris, how would you describe products you have this year from Apple, Google, and Samsung? Well, I don't have a single Samsung device this year. I think I've lamented that fact in just about every damn video that I've done between now and like 2 months ago. The Google Pixel 2 XL has been fine, but it hasn't been, I would say, spectacular. Software is definitely light years ahead of Apple. Apple's devices have been largely disappointing. Largely. Zach Brajawi comes in. Believe it or not, this is the first Super Chat tonight. I can't believe we made it this far in. But we did have a lot of Super Chats in the other live Chris Pirillo video. How'd you guys meet? Zach asks. Well, the event in... God, where the hell was some Canadian city about videos. And she was watching the vlogs. And I needed help with Vlogger Fair at the time. I said, hey, you want to take on more responsibility for this other event? And I think she appreciated that. And then I said, hey, I got other things here that I'm having problems with. Everything's on fire. Granted, a lot of things are still on fire. If you look at Lockergnome.com, it still works, but obviously I'm not a web developer. Like, if you go there and you load the banner and the graphic, I got to tweak that in CSS, but I'm just like, I don't know. I know what I'm trying to make it do, but it ain't working. So it's been low hanging. It's been a low priority because it's not on fire. There is a conflict with the CSS, but it works. You can load it on mobile. It's now HTTPS. I just can't figure out how to get it to align the way that I want it to align. Exactly. YouTube chat is just random people. Discord people support Chris. Yeah, it's true. Well, a lot of people on YouTube do support me. It's just I like the Discord chat because it's just a little more tight-knit. Very, very tight-knit. A lot of people are talking in chat about now selling devices. Apparently selling devices was... Actually, that's a good title for the video. Where do you sell your devices? Question mark. Because that was... I think that's a good chunk. People are talking about the where they go and what they get in terms of old hardware. And I know there's a trend of, more devices like smartphones or tablets where you can't take them apart and upgrade components. Some people don't like that. I guess I'm fine with it. I mean, back in the day, yeah, you'd upgrade your RAM and you get a better experience, but I guess I found a law of diminishing returns. I just soon upgrade the entire system and get a better, not just more RAM, maybe faster RAM and a faster drive and a faster this, upgrading all the components rather than doing it piecemeal. And I've found that it tends to be a little more affordable for me over time. But, everyone is going to have a different experience with that. I'm fine with the all-in-one systems, not needing to upgrade the individual components. And mind you, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't build my own computers, don't want to build my own computers. I don't really, get, any excitement from doing it. Did it once. And that was with extreme help from a friend. Yeah. So, there you go. Someone asked what my favorite Commodore 64 game was. Jumpman Jr. There were a lot of good Commodore 64 games, but Jumpman Jr. You can play Jumpman Jr. on the web. If you go to, archive.org? I think they have all the old games. I don't know if you can play the C64 version. I don't know if they have that one, but there's I think a PC version of Jumpman on it. Someone says they've been getting a lot of bugs on the Pixel 2 XL. Well, which bugs? What bugs? A, what bugs? B, have you documented them? C, have you gone to the product support forums? I mean, I learned about these product support forums, and they actually work. They're actually a pretty nice bunch in there. I haven't reported everything that I've seen because I'm like, someone else has got to see this. What's the best way of kind of documenting this in something that I find just mission critical, apart from the issues that I've seen surfaced by other individuals. There may be a couple things that I will take issue with, but whether or not they'll get addressed, I don't know. I really am, for the camera, I'm really hoping for a far more responsive type of experience with the software, not just with the processing, but stem to stern, like every aspect of image handling handled on a chip rather than the software. If it just makes everything more snappy, man, I'm so happy about that. So there's a few. Hang on, give me a second. It's called Blue Mail. That's let's see if I can find it. Someone was asking about email here. It's like, I want to say it's Blue Mail. Blue Mail. Alto is apparently going out. Yeah, Blue Mail. Blue Mail is a clone of TypeApp. So TypeApp is the updated version, but you may want to try TypeApp. TypeApp's pretty clean. There's the dark mode, quote unquote dark mode. But they have all sorts of features in there. TypeApp. TYPEAPP. APP. It's available on Android at least. I'm not sure if it's also on iOS, but there you go. Rob Madden in Discord chat says there is a company in Japan that will take out the flash memory from an iPhone and replace it with larger flash storage for around 80. Saw a YouTube video about it. Yeah, that would scare the crap out of me. It honestly would. It would scare the bejesus out of me. I wouldn't trust anybody with that kind of stuff, unless they were the original company. That's for sure. Drunken Old Man in Discord chat says, does anyone like or use the Outlook app? The best version of Outlook was Outlook 2000. I mean, I downloaded Outlook 97, and I was like, oh, this is horrible. And then they gave Outlook 98 out for free. It was awesome. I loved Outlook 98. And then Outlook 2000, I used Outlook 2000 for 7 years. I didn't like any other version of Outlook because performance was horrific. And Outlook 2000 was the last awesome version, in my estimation, the last awesome, clean version of Outlook they ever made. And they haven't even come close since Outlook 2000. And we're talking on iOS and Android. They first of all, they acquired a team, Accompli, and I didn't like Accompli. It was like, the interface was, and even the interface in Outlook now is, it ain't there, dude. Yeah, they need to acquire another company. Big time. That would be a good thing. And I've got a few ideas, but of course the Outlook team doesn't care what I think. Great tip, SkyCop70. Most police stations have a place outside that's under cameras and have certain parking spots to meet someone so you don't know to sell an item. Works very well and is safe. Oh, true. That is a good tip, actually. I like that tip, SkyCop. That's pretty smart. Yeah, usually I just say coffee shop, but I don't do high-value items in those types of transactions. Usually it's me buying Star Wars figures. I guess I probably could sell devices that way. Not that I get a lot of devices to sell outright. Someone ordered the 64 gig all black Pixel 2 XL from Florida. It wasn't supposed to ship until November 18th. I canceled that order and upgraded to 128. November 5th is the new ship date. Oh, there you go. I know I'm going to be using pretty much all the space. That's for sure. I'm like, in fact, I like the fact that the Photos app now tells me, hey, it's okay to delete this app now. You've installed it, or not app, the photo. You've basically uploaded it to the servers, which is pretty cool. It's a nice little reminder. Keeps the space clean. Right now, I could clean 3 gigs off, so I'm not gonna clean it off incessantly. Maybe another few gigs, and I'm like, yeah, okay, clear out the app space. But the fact that Google backs it up and I can get to it, man, that's pretty convenient. It's incredibly convenient. Someone asks on YouTube, where do you think smartphones have to expand? I've mentioned this answer more ways in more times than I can count. I think it's all going here to this type of wearable on your face. I think that's where it's going. And the reason why is because heads-up displays. I think all this type of experience is nice for now, but this is a stopgap. Just like PC right here is a stopgap. Ain't the future. Hey, it's Chewbacca? Oh, there's a picture, I guess, that scrolled in the Discord chat I missed. Trevor Henry asks, what version of Android do you run on your Nexus 6P? 8.0. Not 8.1. 8.0. Oh, cute. That is kind of Chewbacca-esque dog. But I haven't honestly picked up the Nexus 6P since getting the Pixel 2 XL. It's I'm not gonna say it's been glued to my hand, the Pixel 2 XL, but it's definitely been solid enough that I'm using it on a regular basis. I've used it a bit today. I haven't recharged it later in the day. I think I recharged it earlier today, but I'm at 70%. It's just been average use, not like crazy use or anything. See here, I can delete that. I like that I can just delete things so quickly. So clean. What the heck happened there? Except that. Oh, is it because I read the mail? Weird. The notification just disappeared. Probably because I was reading it. See, that's the problem. I get drawn into something and then I pay attention to it. Like the software. I'm telling you, man. Software is like a drug. Penguin Squad comes in with a super chat saying, what's better, Nexus 6P or Pixel 2 XL? I'm going to give, for this, the screen on the Nexus 6P. Fantastically better. Oh, I'd choose the screen on the Nexus 6P any day. Any day. Any day over what I have. Easily. I know it's LCD. I get it. I understand. But I'd still take it. I would absolutely take it. It's a better screen. Cleaner screen. I'm not a fan of the OLED stuff as much as other people are. Use tape for wallpapers. I really don't use wallpapers a lot. In fact, the wallpaper I shot today, or what I would intend on using as a wallpaper, was the one that I shared on Twitter. Oh, I took some blurry photos there accidentally when I was doing the Zach Berjawi test. This is the one that I'd be inclined to use as a wallpaper. This is the one that's on Twitter. There we go. That looks awesome. Huh? You see what I'm saying? That photo taken with the Pixel 2 XL. I like the camera. The camera is spectacular. Oh, spectacular. Also, 6P is OLED. It is? I thought it was LED. Like, straight up OLED. So it's OLED? Dang, dude. I'd definitely take that. Why didn't they use that component? Why? That would have solved pretty much damn near every one of my problems. Man. AOLish on YouTube says, sounds like the Pixel 2 XL screen is just giving a bad name to OLED in general. I always hear the AMOLED on the S8 and Note 8 are unbelievable. Yeah, I've heard the same thing. But the thing is that the software on the S8 and the Note 8 aren't necessarily unbelievable. I don't have any hands-on experience with them, so I can't speak to it outright. It's a Samsung OLED panel. I believe it's one in the Note 5. I love it. It really, I wish I wish I had the resolution. I wish I had, I do. I would trade it in a heartbeat. But the problem is the software experience is no better. So, if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. If turnips were pocket watches, I'd wear one by my side. If ifs and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no need for tinkers. One of my favorite books as a kid was Mother Goose nursery rhymes. Nursery rhymes. A lot of them are political. The old nursery rhymes, like very tied into the politics of the day. I think, if I remember correctly, "Ring Around the Rosie" was about the Black Plague. Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Yeah, it's about people dying and being burned. I've never seen them go anywhere but the desktop. What? Oh, screenshots? They should be on your desktop, dude, if you took your screenshots. All these phones are overpriced BS, says someone on YouTube. Finally! Something we can agree on. I agree with you. You probably weren't expecting that, but I agree with you. A lot of the smartphones are overpriced BS. There's zero doubt in my mind. Do I need these new devices? Possibly not, but you know what? My life is too short. I want to have a good experience now because I can't wait for another year. I don't know what's going to happen over the next year. You never know. So go for the best you can get for you every day of your life. Someone asked on YouTube, any love for LG? Well, I like their sound on their LG V30. I got love for them when they do something well. When they don't, well, it doesn't mean I'm just going to give them love. I don't owe them anything. I don't owe any company anything. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, Google's got somewhat of a black eye. I don't know if that's dissuaded enough people away from the Pixel 2 XL, but you know, it's certainly not helped them a bit. I mean, the reviews have been pretty damning, and the revisits to the reviews have been pretty damning. Someone asked if I play board games. Still play board games. If so, what's your favorite? I don't outright. We have, you know, a few board games around here, but Jedi's not. She's not into it yet. I'm lucky to get her to play with a puzzle, or I'm lucky to get her to play with a ball with shapes. She just doesn't have much of a patience for it outright. Every so often, I'm lucky with her, but I think the board game thing, I can't wait to do again when she's old enough. We're troubleshooting Liz's problem here in Discord, apparently. If Palm was still here, they would dominate. They were so advanced for their time. Most of the features of my RIP Palm Pre are new features of today's phone. Yeah, competition, man. Competition would have made everybody healthy. You know, and I'm very grateful that we're seeing, I think, a fair amount of competition in this space. Fair, not equal. Like, for example, the screens, I don't think we have competition. I think it's Samsung or nothing, unfortunately. And it's disappointing because I would have wanted the Samsung screen on the LG, or I'm sorry, the Pixel 2 XL. I'd been very happy. But even the screen quality on the Pixel 2 is not enough to drive me to it because of the smaller resolution. I like having the large resolution on the phone, despite it not having a perfect screen outright. And everyone's gonna have their own, you know, wants and needs, and you got to figure out what trade-offs you're willing to put up with. Someone said, "Do you remember when they released pure Android version of the flagships?" No, I don't. Someone says, the Pixel 2 are easiest to replace battery for 2017 phones since they do not go crazy on adhesive. I guess that's an issue. How did Maz Kanata get Luke's lightsaber? I don't know. I'd be curious to know, though. I wonder if they're going to answer that question in a comic book, though. I don't think they're going to spend much time on it in the films. Cisamal in Discord chat says, do you think Google sales went downhill due to iPhone 10 coming out and the Pixel screen issues? I don't know if I'd say they went downhill. I don't think they were helped. I think more people went to a Note 8 more than the iPhone 10, especially if they were squarely within, the Android camp to begin with. I don't think anybody said, I'm done. I'm moving to the iPhone. Some people did. Some people were just done with the Android thing, and they were ready for something new and something different, and they went to iOS. And, more power to them. I think that may suit them just fine. I'm not going to fault them for making a decision they believe is right for them. Can't, won't, and that's something I have to remain cognizant of. It's very difficult, to make exact comparisons when you're talking about radically different experiences. I did my best early on, but I know ultimately I didn't cover all the bases I could have covered with that stuff. But see, I see the iPhone 10 in Apple's future direction with that stuff and just think, I don't want that. That's not what I want. Of all the things that I want, that's not it. That's the least thing that I want. I don't think it's... I don't think it's an intelligible design. For every aforementioned reason. And other people are going to disagree. It's subjective. Someone says, Chris, I took your advice and downloaded Action Launcher on my S8 Plus. It's so darn good. I told you. It really is amazing. There are very few things that I think they could do to actually improve it. Maybe part of me would want a different, like a swipe action, like I don't know what not nuance. I don't know what the terminology is called, but if I go here and I swipe over, I don't have anything on the swipe over because it's just like, I double tapped. You can install the third-party APK to integrate Google Now, but I'm like, I don't want to sideload, so I just double tap and then I pull up Google and then I'm fine. But the slide over, you can get like a list of menus. I would almost want them to do another quick page. I think that's what they call it. I wish instead of having the list of apps, I wish I could have a quick page over here, which I have. So if I do this and swipe over from the home screen, I get my like calendar widgets and weather widgets, colorful stuff, and I can swipe back. But I would love to do the same thing on the other side. I'd love to have widgets here and widgets here without having to swipe to different screens. It's just cleaner. Tommy Rosa comes in with a super chat, and this may be one of the last super chats we get tonight. Didn't have a lot of them, but that's okay. Really appreciate everybody's support. I'm going to start winding down because we got about 5 minutes left before dinner time. Tommy says, and don't know if this is going to happen, but I may live stream from the Geek Family Fun channel the dinner. We may eat dinner together. If you're interested in eating dinner together, I may use the Pixel 2 XL phone, although I shouldn't because the damn microphone. I tried Nova Launcher again, Ben, today. I did. I don't know. I think Action Launcher, for me, trumps Nova Launcher for a few different reasons. Yeah, I can't explain it any better than that, but I like Action Launcher. I like the way it's going. Tommy asks, and this is the super chat, what made you switch to Android? I think more than anything, seeing that Google's starting to provide a more solid, cohesive experience and approach to the marketplace that I've longed to have, an intelligible strategy, somewhat, around hardware, and they've definitely dropped the ball this year. But still, I think are going on a good trajectory. And more than anything, I think it was the pain of iOS that ultimately just drove me away from it. And so it was less about what Android was doing and more about what Apple was doing. And this has just been my experience. This has been, my thinking for a number of years. This is not overnight. It's just that I was waiting for something better to come along. Some would have argued that the first Pixel was the better thing to come along. They may have been right. I probably could have eliminated iOS from my life last year. Probably could have and should have. Didn't happen. This was the year. Despite all the shortcomings, it's just everything that I see is telling me I'm in a better situation, specifically with Android on a Pixel 2 XL than I am with iOS for the most part, but not outright. And keep in mind, this is not a team thing. If I decide to go back to iOS, I will decide to go back to iOS. I'm not going to apologize for that. This isn't a permanent thing any more than it was a permanent thing that I'd be using that platform for as long as I did. And if anything, I'm more open to trying different experiences to know what's going to fit best. So nothing's ever permanent with technology. It's always going to change. The interesting question is what would draw me back to iOS? And that would be a radical reinvention, I think, in terms of how Apple handles software. And I'm not just talking about adding more emoji. I mean, just really a general approach. Cleaning their act up. And I'm not sure if I see that happening anytime soon. Jay Pereira, 181, comes in with now what may be the last super chat of the evening. Thoughts on a good case? Fabric looks NTB. Yeah, if the NTB is not too bad. The fabric's okay. I like it. I like the feel. It doesn't have a grip to it, but it's nice. It feels nice. It's very comfortable to hold. Doesn't add too much bulk. It's soft or softer than a hard case. I can't buy leather cases anymore because I'm vegan, and as I mentioned in those videos, I'm just slowly but surely eliminating the old animal products from my life, like my belt and the leather case on the iPhone here that was on the iPhone 7 or the iPhone 7 Plus. It's nice. I'm still keeping my eye out for potentially something better. I don't want a case that's screaming somebody else's logo outright. I'm not a fan of that. I like the Elegant G. Maybe something that doesn't add as much bulk, and doesn't add a lot. Maybe another feature. So I'd be inclined to go with a Mophie, a juice pack for the Pixel 2 XL. If, and big if, I could charge it by way still continue to charge the phone by the way of USB Type-C. And I don't know if that's going to get supported because it hasn't been supported. If it ships with a micro USB, I don't know if I would use it because I don't want to go back to micro USB, dude. That's like, I don't like micro USB. Never did. Never will. Fucho the Clown actually comes in with the last super chat with 3 corn emoji. Just to hear me say Fucho the Clown. Someone says, surely someone at Apple is working on a redesign of iOS. I don't know. And don't call me Shirley. Caseology Parallax, what you have. I haven't looked at it in close, and I haven't held on to it. Speeding Sheeta asks if there's a Twitch podcast tonight. I don't know. if there is, because I'm a little hungry, so it's probably not going to happen tonight. I've got a few more in the backlog here on the desktop to be uploaded anyway. I think we'll start doing that again tomorrow. But of course, head over to twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo to follow me on Twitch to be notified when I start streaming the next podcast there. It's easy to do. You can also head over to Twitch to sub to me, just like Speeding Cheetah did. Twitch.tv/Chris Pirillo is where you can go to sub to me. Join Discord chat. It's easy to do. Also, patreon.com/Chris Pirillo is where you can sign up to become a patron of mine and support me in that way, as well as to be able to access Discord chat. Zach Brjawi comes in. He's actually the last one to come in with a super chat. He says, what do you do from the moment you wake up until TLDR? Man, hashtag beat Fucho to the last word. Why'd you have to ask these long questions? Like, you're keeping me from eating dinner. Zach. I wake up, do a couple of things, check social, check email, check calendar. Okay, wake up, usually kind of diddle with, or not diddle, but like you play around with Jedi, maybe we're downstairs, we're hanging out, I make some tea, kind of chill out for a bit, let Diana do her thing. Does she need a shower, need to get ready? I'm watching Jedi. Then it's my turn, then I come back upstairs, do whatever else I need to do, usually in here. Maybe I run errands, like tomorrow. If it's not, I don't know what's going to happen. The beginning of the week schedule is going to be up in the air because I've got a few different things that need to happen, and my schedule wags around those. But I will need to get back to Toys R Us to get the A-Wing, Resistance A-Wing in a good package because Jedi ruined the package that I showed off in last night's TLDR, which is really sad. What? Okay, now there's a dueling last super chat. Really? Matt Tanucci comes in with 4 corn emoji and says last. Matt had the last word, and then Zach comes in again, and he says, "I will fong you, sir." What's fong? What's that word? What's fong mean? I don't know what fong means, but I guess Zach has the last super chat of the night before it happens again. God bless America! Fucho the Clown comes in with the last super chat. Liz, are you getting these? She's not getting any of these. Now everyone's super chatting here at the last sec. Come on. I may be vegan, but I still eat. Okay, so Zach had one. Says, "I will fong you, sir." You guys got to see this. I can't unplug it. Otherwise, I'll disconnect the everything. I can't. How do I do this? How do I show everybody the super chats? Give me a second. Now, you have to see this. Because otherwise, if you're not watching live, you're not going to understand what's going on. Well, oh yeah, I see TLDR Ask Me Anything. I should see the super chats here, right? Live chat. No, get out of my way, Doc. Look at this. Okay, let me decrease the brightness a bit. Come on, no. Look, boom, 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 boom. Look at all this. This is like, there's like 4 people in chat, and they're all super chatting. So, we have... Let me see if I can make sure I get everybody's shout-outs. Future the Clown came in with touche, sir, and 1 corn emoji. Then Matt Tanucci came in with a lot of corn emoji as a super chat. And then Zach Brjawi came in again. He says, stop, as a super chat. Matt Tanucci again with all his more corn emoji. Then Zach Brjawi says, screenshot faster, Liz, jeez. And then Fernando Pina comes in right there. Right? He comes in almost at the last super chat. And but Future the Clown is the last super chat. He says, sorry about the mess with 4 corn emoji. Okay, I'm going to set this down and end this video stream before anybody else super chats. Thank you, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you. No! Ah! Okay, Zach Brjawi comes in. He says, you get a toonie. You get a toonie. Everybody gets a toonie. Toonie. Okay, that was really the last super chat. May the Force be with you.